Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. A military alliance fighting together with the Syrian army said it launched an assault in the east of the country to drive Daesh terrorists from the border with Iraq. The alliance of Iran-backed militias said the offensive, with Damascus's military support and Russian air cover, began in the southern corner of Deir ez-Zor province. The attack will target Daesh all the way up to the town of Bukamal, where the Euphrates River meets the Iraqi border. Iraqi army forces dislodged Daesh from a natural gas-rich border area with Syria. An Iraqi military statement said Akashat, a desert region located south of the Euphrates River, was captured in an offensive which had been announced earlier in the day. The attack on Akashat is meant to pave the way for the recapture of urban centers in the Euphrates Valley, including the border post of Al-Qayyim. British police raided a property in a small town outside London as they hunted for whoever planted a bomb on a commuter train that injured 30 people yesterday. The raid came hours after police arrested an 18-year-old man in Dover in connection with the bombing. Photographs uploaded by a local resident showed armed police forces in protective gear standing in a residential road. Here's more.
Developments in the manhunt for suspects in the London Underground bombing as British police arrest an 18-year-old man. They made what they describe as a significant arrest on Saturday in the town of Dover's port area, where ferries depart for France. Friday's attack pushed the UK threat level up to critical, meaning another attack may be imminent. 29 people were hurt when a homemade bomb burst into flames on a packed commuter train, prompting a stampede to get out of Parsons Green station. The improvised bomb on the London train apparently failed to fully detonate. The West London tube station reopening Saturday. Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the attack. UK police treating the bombing as terrorism, the country's fifth such attack this year. This one was a lucky escape.
For this period, military personnel will
UK Prime Minister Theresa May announcing troops would guard strategic sites, freeing up hundreds of police to work round the clock on the investigation. Trawling through surveillance footage, speaking to witnesses and examining what's left of the device. Pictures and video from the scene showing a plastic bucket with wires sticking out of it. Officials won't say whether the bomber was on the train when the blast went off. Islamic State claimed 3 other attacks in the UK this year. 2 in London and 1 at an Ariana Grande concert in Manchester in May that killed 22 people, most of them teenage fans.
North Korea's state-run television aired video of the country's latest missile launch and still photographs of its leader, Kim Jong-un, guiding the launch. Kim was shown beaming as he watched the missile fly from a moving launcher in still photos, surrounded by several officials. North Korea announced it aims to reach an equilibrium of military force with the United States, which earlier signaled its patience for diplomacy is wearing thin after Pyongyang fired a missile over Japan for the second time in under a month. The humanitarian organization SOS Mediterranean said it was incorrect to assume that the flow of migrants in the area had diminished after some 370 migrants were rescued from boats before being taken to Sicily. The migrants, mainly of African origin, were rescued in international waters off the Libyan coast from 2 rubber boats, which SOS Mediterranean said could have broken or deflated at any moment after having sailed for several hours in the sea. The migrants included 56 women, 7 children under the age of 5, including a 1-week-old newborn, and 48 unaccompanied minors. New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art is honoring the centennial of the French master sculptor Auguste Rodin's death with a special exhibit. Nearly 50 pieces of the museum's extensive collection went on display, including iconic works such as The Thinker and The Hand of God in a newly refurbished gallery designed to engage visitors with his works. For the occasion, works that have not been seen in public for decades, such as The Tempest and Rodin's Hand, will also be showcased. The special exhibit will run until January 15th of next year. Brazilian surfing excellence was celebrated twice at the Trestles after Felipe Toledo and Silvana Lima claimed wins at the Men's and Women's World Surf League event in California. In the men's Harley Pro event, Toledo rode his way to victory, easily defeating championship tour leader Jordy Smith. The women's Swatch Pro was also a blowout as Lima easily bested Australian Keely Andrews in the final round. And there's a change headed to the NBA, an aesthetic one. The basketball organization unveiled new uniforms created in partnership with Nike. Among other changes, the new jerseys have the Nike swoosh logo prominently displayed near the player's shoulder, replacing the official logo of the NBA, while the opposite shoulder has a place for a corporate sponsor. And finally, fair conditions prevail for the rest of tonight with light winds. A slight rise in temperatures expected tomorrow, but it remains moderate in the hilly areas and relatively hot in other regions with a high of 31 degrees in Amman. The Gulf of Aqaba should expect hot conditions tomorrow with a high of 36, while winds will be northerly moderate and the seas calm. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news. I'm Nancy Khair. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.